Hello everybody, welcome back to Steve's Gear. And so today I wanted to do a video on some of the most commonly used gear in 2023 that I use. Now this is kind of just a quick video I just decided to make. I've been watching some other people's videos on like their best of 2023 or their worst of 2023, and I've really enjoyed watching them. So I thought I'd make one. Maybe something on here will interest you, maybe it's something you've never seen before, and yeah, maybe you'll like it. So I recommend grabbing a drink or something to eat. You know, you can get yourself a water, a coffee, a whiskey and Coke, whatever suits you best. I'm a big fan of whiskey and Coke, so I recommend that. But yeah, so I picked up a lot of stuff for the channel this year. I picked up, knives, flashlights, bags, all types of weird stuff. And no, I haven't got to use all of it. Admittedly, some of this stuff is sat brand new that I've got and shown on the channel. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I've used the most. And then hopefully in the next couple months, I can kind of rotate this stuff out and rotate in some of the other stuff that I've picked up. So let's just jump right into it. This is in no order really, it's just random stuff. One of the items I use every day is this little open sea leather, kind of like dump pouch. So I can't remember the technical name for it, but yeah, I did a video on this and I literally use this thing every single day. It sits on the desk when I get home from work. I put my keys, my wallet, my knife, my pen, my flashlight, whatever in it. It's ready to grab and go for the next day. So that's the item that I've been using every day. Sticking with open sea leather, their wallets. So I've done several videos on a couple of their wallets this year. This is one I pretty much been using for the whole year. As you can see, it's kind of picked up a little bit of patina. And yeah, big fan of leather wallets. I might switch this one out for something else here soon, but yeah, great wallet. Let's see here. If we just stick with leather. So I did a video on Range Leather. So I picked up a hat and this little notebook cover from Range Leather. Now I use this every single day in my service vehicle. I just have a little field notes book in it. And a lot of times it's just got math stuff in it or numbers or whatever. And but yeah, I've been using this every single day. As you can tell, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but the front is almost a little bit different color from the back. It sits on the dash a lot, so the front of it's kind of faded a little bit, but still has a great leather smell and still works good, super good quality. I think this Range Leather makes some super quality stuff, so I'd recommend checking them out if you're in the market for a little bit of a book cover. Let's talk about pens. Pens will be pretty easy. So I picked up quite a few pens throughout the year. Now, honestly, I don't even use them all. I guess only needed one or two. I don't know why I picked up so many pens throughout the year, but one of the ones I use for work quite a bit is this Phoenix T6. Now, it was one of the first ones I picked up. This one's just a standard twist pen, and it does have a little bit of a flashlight on it and a little glass breaker on top. But I just stick it in my work shirt pocket, and it makes a good little backup pen if I need it. I can use the light if I need it, and yeah, it's been a pretty good little pen. For around the house, I've been using this Big Idea Design mini twist pen in copper. Now it has picked up some pretty good patina. I don't know how well it's going to show on video, but yeah, this one just literally twists. And yeah, this is kind of the one I just have sitting around the desk, and I've been using this one. So those are the two pens I've been using probably the most, with the exception of one other one, which we'll get to here in a few minutes. Let's talk about flashlights. So I've used a lot of flashlights, but I would say the ones I use most consistently, one of them has to be the Baton 3. Now I did pick up the Baton 4, but I would say this is the one I use the most for 2023. And whenever I go camping or go fishing or go anything like that, a lot of times I bring this one with me because it's obviously pretty small to carry. Puts out a pretty good amount of light, but this charging case is really nice to have. I don't have to worry about, this will last me plenty of time. If I go camping, this thing will charge like 3.5 times off this case. So it'll last me the whole time I'm out. Works really good. Another big light that I was a big fan of using in my personal time when I'm away from work is this 4.7's Quark M3. Now, I did a video on this light. I never did any kind of update on it, but I really like carrying this one. I really like the beam color of it. I like the spread on it. It's just got a low, medium, high. It's got a little tail cap switch there. Yeah, great little light. I do like carrying this one on my time off. A light that I did use for work a little bit, but I ended up liking it more for my personal time, is this Phoenix PD25R. So I carried this one quite a bit throughout the year. It's relatively small in size. It does have a pretty good throw to it, pretty defined hot spot. It also has the tail cap switch with the selector there on one side. Pretty small. I mean, if you compare these two in size, you can see it's quite a bit smaller. But good one to clip onto the pocket or on your hat or whatnot. Good little flashlight. I really like this one. And it's rechargeable via USB-C. Pretty good. For work, so the work one kind of surprised me. So earlier in the year, I picked up this Sofrin SC32. So it was kind of like a budget flashlight off of Amazon. I think at the time when I bought it, it was like $36 and they had a 25% off coupon. I think they still do have the 25% off coupon, but I think it's more like in the 40s now. But yeah, it's an 18650 light. It does have a tail cap switch. You know, you can hook it to your hat or whatnot. And yeah, I've literally been using this one pretty much every single day for work, almost the whole year. Now I do kind of switch it out every once in a while when I'm testing out like another flashlight or something, but I've pretty much always been coming back to this one. I just like the throw. It's more of a floody style beam, which works better for me for work. And but it's been in the snow, it's been in rain, it's been dropped underneath buildings, it's been everywhere. So really heavy duty. I haven't been able to get it to break yet. Super been happy with this one. So if you're looking for a budget option, it's a pretty good option. Another little light that I thought was going to be kind of a gimmick, but I found quite a bit of use for it, is this little O-clip. So this has been kind of a fun little light to bring with me to work or use around the house. It does have a little clip. You can clip it onto your shirt or onto your hat or on anything, and it gives you some light. It does also have a magnet on the back, so you can magnetize it to something. It puts out a pretty good amount of little light on it. And then it also has a red mode on it, so you can clip it to your shirt if you're out at nighttime so people can see you, little things like that. So it's been a pretty fun little light, and I've had for a little while. So those are probably some of the most common flashlights that I've used. Now, I've used a few other ones, but those would be the ones that I would say I use the most in 2023. Now let's talk about some knives. So knives kind of interest people sometimes. Now, I picked up a lot of knives in 2023. Unfortunately, some of them are like brand new still. I haven't even got to carry them that much. So I'm kind of ashamed of that, but hopefully I get to use more of those. Like I said, I kind of want to put these ones away and switch to something new for the new year. But one of them I really like is this one I picked up from Aries EDC. So this is a little fixed blade. It's called the Pedal. Now he actually makes these and he has a YouTube channel. I recommend checking him out. And he did a little build along series earlier in the year. And I really like this one, so I picked it up. So it's kind of just a little 3-finger grip, little fixed blade. But I've been using it around the house all the time. This is my dedicated box opener, box breakdown. You know, it's great for around the house. And obviously you could carry it, you know, when you go fishing or in the woods or anything like that. But for me, I like this one. It's easy to sharpen and works out pretty good. It does come with a little sheath, a little belt loop on it. But yeah, great knife. Love that one so far this year. Another one is the Kubi. So the Kubi Coeus. This was one that was recommended to me by Florida Boy EDC. And pretty much I picked it up just because of the price. This was on sale on Amazon early in the year for, I think when I picked this one up, it was like 20 bucks. I think now it's about 40, but it's just a D2 blade steel, you know, JG10 handles, kind of just your basic knife, but super good action, really good reverse flicker, perfect work knife. So I carried this one at work a lot just because of the fact that if I lost it, no big deal. If I got damaged, no big deal. And, you know, every once in a while I take it apart, clean it up, wipe down the scales with some rubbing alcohol, and it's like back to brand new. So really enjoyed this one. Ergonomics on it are pretty good, and it's been a good cutter. So I've kind of retired that one for now, but it was a big fan of I was a big fan of that one. Now, some knives that I really enjoyed carrying, one of them, it kind of surprised me, is the Benchmade Proper. So I picked this one up when it was discontinued. I got it on a pretty good sale. You can still find these on pretty good sales if you shop around. But yeah, the Benchmade Proper, it's a little slip joint. Now, I think it has great ergonomics, good cutting, good slicer, S30V steel. Not the crispest action I've ever heard, but I think it's pretty darn good. I did pick up a slip from Hitch and Timber. Super slim, easy to carry in the pocket. Does have a little elastic band there, which I have an O-pin mini in, just for having an extra pin when I'm walking around. But I really like this little setup. So I've been carrying this a lot on my days off and stuff. This one rolls around quite a bit. So the next one is another slip joint. I picked up my first Sodbuster Junior this year. I had a buddy on YouTube sent me a gift card for my birthday, and I picked up a Sodbuster Junior with it. Now, it had a few little issues when I got it. Not a lot, but just a few little ones. And I watch Erica's EDC on YouTube. If you don't watch her, I would recommend checking it out. But she introduced me to a guy by the name of Josh Francis, who does Knife Guy mods. And kind of what he does is he kind of recovers Sodbusters. So I reached out, and he went ahead and fixed mine and recovered it in this red, white, and blue G Carta. So super nice looking. I mean, he kind of fixed a lot of the gapping issues. It had really bad blade rub. He fixed that. It's pretty much centered up, and but I've enjoyed just carrying this one around. Like I said, around town. When I go to the grocery store, go shopping, things like that. I call it the Freedom Edition. I really dig it. The G Carta feels good. Fits good in the hand. And he did add a half stop to it, so it does have a half stop now. And then Michael Richter made me a little slip for it. So it does have a little red, white, and blue slip. So I think it's a pretty good setup when they're together. Looks pretty good. Another one of my favorite ones to carry when I'm out and about. I picked up a few OTF knives this year. I didn't really know if I'd like OTF knives, and I actually really like the Benchmade Shootout. It's one I've been carrying quite a bit. A lot of times I will have this on me. Now this one is kind of has, some people consider it just like a plastic handle, but it's kind of like that, what is it, glass reinforced nylon or something like that. I actually really like it. It's lightweight, super strong. I don't have to worry about it scratching or anything. It does have some really crazy texture up here in the front. Feels almost like skateboard tape. Good action, crew wear steel. I've never sharpened this yet, and it's still super sharp. I don't like abuse this one really, but all my tasks, it works just fine. So I've been a big fan of this one. I think if you are in the market for an OTF, Benchmade sometimes those aren't people's first idea for OTFs, but I've been super happy with this one. It's worked great for me. Another knife that I picked up that's been kind of interesting is the Buck 110 Slim Pro. So I bought this one a while back. It was another discontinued knife. Got it on a sale. And a while back, Apex Alchemy in November kind of did a little bit of a challenge for carrying a Buck 110 for the month of November. Well, I carried this variation for the whole month. Loved it. And I've actually been carrying this one all month this month too. Now, I pretty much carry it for work. It's pretty much my work knife. So, and I work a lot, so I have this knife with me a lot. S30V steel, my Carta handles. It's not a fidgety knife. You can open it one-handed, but it's not one of the knife you're going to flip and, close and open real fast, because it does have the back lock. But I really like it. Been a big fan of this one. Carried it quite a bit. Now this one's kind of a few different things. So this is the Tale of Knives slip. This has been kind of like my backup pocket carry for a long time, or since I've got it pretty much. Now this one has another pin that I'm a big fan of. So this one has the Fisher Space pin in brass, and I just had to put a new refill in it. So I used one refill out of it, picking up some pretty good patina. I think this is a pretty good pin. And so that sits right in there. And then the knife is a Swiss Army knife. So I've had Swiss Army knives in the past, but I haven't had very many lately. And this year I did pick up a few, mostly thanks to Rich over at True Budget EDC and Conan's Easy Dad Carry. They both talk about Swiss Army knives a lot, and they kind of got me interested in them. So I picked up, this is the Super Tinker, and I like this one because it has a dedicated set of scissors. And it does have this little Phillips head that I really like. I like this Phillips head. I use it quite a bit. And pretty good little backup blade. So fits good in the slip. I do have an i3T from Olight in there also. I don't use it a whole lot, to be honest. Mostly I just use the knife and the pen, but it's nice to have the little backup flashlight from my days off. I throw this in the pocket and I got a knife, pen, and flashlight all in one. Tail of Knives. I really recommend their leather stuff. It's really good quality. Comes right here from Oregon, so I support hometown people. But yeah, great little slip. What do we got left? So something a little bit strange. We'll do a few strange items. So another one is this little Olight. So this little Olight bulb, this is the Olight MCS. Now I did get this bulb during one of the sales, and then I also picked up one of these little charging adapters through one of the sales, plugs into the wall, magnetizes on, charges it up. But this light I use every single day in the bathroom. Now this is a motion sensor one, so when you walk in at night, it turns on. Super handy. I mean, I'm getting old. I can't see in the dark very well anymore. So I do like this. And literally, it's been in use every day since I've had it. I do have one of them running up there next to the Yeti one, so you can kind of get a look at it. It's in the blue mode. And then I have one a little bit larger size ones over there. But yeah, great little thing. So if you're looking for something to use in the bathroom or a motion sensor at night, night light, those are awesome. Some other things I made videos on this year. This little Yeti water bottle. I made a video on this. I didn't really expect anybody to watch it, but some people actually watched it. So I use this every single day at work. And it's been a great water bottle. Obviously, there's not much to water bottles, but I love the handle of it. I haven't had any issues, didn't break or anything. And yeah, been a great one. And in conjunction with that, I've been using this. So this is another one I did a video on. It's a big 64-ounce one. And I fill this full of ice and water. And throughout the day, I just fill up the water bottle from this. And I can carry this around with me and just leave this one in the service vehicle. Works out great. So I use those every day. Now, I can't go talking about everything in 2023 without mentioning Nutsack. Nutsack is probably one of my favorite items that I found since I've been doing YouTube. I'm a big fan of the bags. I have several of them. I had one of them before I started doing YouTube, and then I picked up a couple since. So this double admin, I use it every day. Every day it goes with me in work. You know, I keep some backup stuff on it. I keep a backup i5R from Olight. I keep a backup knife, Vosteed Raccoon, Sharpie. I mean, I carry a bunch of stuff on here, and they're a little Olight that magnetically pulls off. I'm not going to go through everything in it, but it's loaded up with stuff. It's got another Leatherman in it. It's got flashlight, extra flashlight, first aid kit, all types of stuff. So I'm always pulling stuff out of this. It's a great, great bag. Really like it. Super high quality. And then I can't go without talking about the sling bag. The sling bag's been in several of my outdoor videos when I've kind of done some outdoor stuff. I just keep this stuff loaded up for when I go out on a hike or trail ride or something. This one's been through rain. It's been through snow. I sit it in the dirt when I'm out fishing and stuff. Still looks like brand new. It just wipes off pretty easy. So really like this bag. Probably one of my favorite bags I picked up this year. And that's pretty much my most commonly used stuff for 2023 so far. Like I said, I picked up a lot of other stuff, many other flashlights, other knives, and I kind of hope to put this stuff aside in 2024 and just kind of re-rotate to a new, whole new carry, I guess you could say. So I hope that maybe there was something in the video that you enjoyed, or maybe you hadn't seen before. I want to wish you guys all a Happy New Year's. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Have a good one.